morning to all. First of all, I would like to thanks to RGM International School Management for giving this opportunity to interact with you all guys. Welcome to the Art of Mind Mastery, the 7 best ways to improve your academic performance, which is very important. Just memorize these 7 best ways, so it's going to be helpful for you. The first one, self-confidence. You might ask, self-confidence is common for everyone. Everyone has a self-confidence, right? But what is so related with academic performance? You know what? Few people they don't learn, revise or anything. They don't learn for whole academic year. They only learn at the end of the year. How many will you do like that at the end of the year? Few people, very good, 2-3 people. Because have that self-confidence within themselves, so they can remember, analyze it and prepare for the exams at the end of the year. They don't need to learn for the whole academic year. They will learn at the end of the year. All the people need to have the self-confidence. So not everyone has that self-confidence. They usually fear. They have the fear. So usually think like that. Fear is the first step of failure. There are several steps to success. There are several steps to failure also. The fear is the first step of failure. If you have the phobia, if you don't have the self-confidence, you are not going to remember anything. So to overcome the fear, you have to think positive. Whatever the situation you are going to face, you have to think positively. Improve your self-confidence in the method of study. You know, there are different methods to study, which I am going to teach you in the process of the seminar. So you have to apply your self-confidence. How to build your self-confidence? There are certain programs. Self-confidence is mandatory, not here, but also for the future. So self-confidence is very much mandatory for you. Imagination. So many people will study, but they can't imagine. Let me give a simple example. I will do one gesture. You need to tell me where it is from. Okay? Okay. In the 4th class, math subject, what is the chapter 4 in the math subject? Okay, 8th chapter. Right. So everybody get confused. You are thinking like that. When I do the gesture, you immediately react it is from the movie Pushpa. But when I ask about the subject or the chapter name from the math session which you have learned in the previous years, like 4th class or 3rd class, you can't remember because you didn't imagine. That's why you can't remember. It is important that in the study field, wherever you go in the academics, you have to imagine. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. That's what Albert Einstein said. So how can you use that imagination in the field of study? So I'm going to, at the end of this seminar, I'm going to teach one technique. It will be amazing. So how can you use that imagination? Imagination is more powerful than the knowledge. Let's remember. Without imagination, you can't gain the knowledge. You have to understand it. Focus on your strengths. What is the first one? Very good. Okay, second one? Third one? Focus. Yes. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. It is the fact. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. You can't ignore your weaknesses also. But sometimes people usually face this problem like, sir, I can't remember because I have this weakness. Sir, I can't face this situation. I have this weakness. I can't study because I have this weakness. They just focus on the weaknesses. Always remember, focusing on strengths and ignore weaknesses, which will help you to give the effective results. And next one is understanding. So many students are facing the problem. They used to by heart the subject. So by hearting subject isn't going to give the results. So understanding subject is more important than by heart. Because why are you coming to the school? What? Gaining knowledge. You are coming to the school is for gaining knowledge, not learning, not something. You are gaining knowledge, not for the marks, not for the certificates. You are gaining knowledge. School conduct exams means to test your knowledge. When there is a knowledge, you will get the marks. Simple. So knowledge is the key to unlocking the potentials of mind. Knowledge is the one that can help to bring the potentials of mind in a certain way that can help for the future. After the school also it is going to helpful when you take the MPC or BPC, whatever the subjects, whatever the streams you can go. So these things are very much important. Whenever you gain the knowledge, then there will be the positive result. Learning method. If I ask you what is your learning method, what will you say? What? Huh? And not by seeing the screen, you just need to take the answer. You have to think about yourself and say what is your learning style. Short notes. Short notes. Practice.
Underlining textbook.
Underlining textbook. Wow. So all these things, everything. So each and everybody has different kinds of learning methods. Usually there are three types of learning methods, you know. One is visual, auditory, kinesthetic. So many people don't know about these three type of learning style, which I am going to explain in the further. But remember, learning method is more important for retaining the information and memorizing and performing the exams. Learning method is very much important. Your learning methods help you to build retention power. You know, subject, there is a huge syllabus. You worry about the syllabus, there is a huge syllabus, but I can't remember because I so much focus on the weaknesses. I told you, you have to focus on the strengths, and as well as you have to use your different learning style, learning methods that can help you to retain information and memorize it and also perform in the exams. And the next, usually school conduct half yearly, quarterly exams and whatever the same exams, all these things, right? So you prepare for the final exams. Whenever you try to prepare, you have to take a test for yourself. Always write a test for yourself and compare how much you remember. If you practice this, you will be perfectly implement whatever you have memorized in the exam. So whatever you have memorized, you will write in the exam and you will get the perfect result. That's what it's important, that you have to take a test for yourself. And next, daily routines. What is meant by daily routines? Schedule. Very good. Timetable. Very good. So daily routines means try to make a timetable for yourself. Take a subject, you have one topic to study. In that process, you have to make a timetable for it, for individual subject, for 1 hour for this topic and second hour for this topic. Different subject. You have to maintain a timetable, not only for the studies, but also for your mental health. So to improve your mental health, like doing exercise, morning times. So it will help to balance your brain. I'm going to teach some exercise also in the demonstration session, which we are going to conduct in the future. But before that, so it is important that you have to maintain a daily routine. Habits. If you do for 5 minutes, just you know the Japanese technique, 21 days, completely involved in that habit. So you will adapt that habit every day. So 21 days you have to maintain that. Every day you have to do exercises. This will help to balance the brain, so it will help to gain the energy while you're studying. So these things are important. Just memorize it. Self-confidence, imagination, and as well as the focus on your strengths. Understanding, learning method, self-test, and daily routines. All these things are very important for you to improve your academic performance. It helps to bring the concentration level.